Welcome back, my dark means, to the WTF News. And this is the gaming version. Just like I have three versions of this. Basically, have a gaming, which is all about gaming, anime, which is all about anime, and gaming anime, which sometimes, rarely, sometimes both sides come together. Just to let you know, I do have a fan in the background, like always, because it's freaking hot as heck over here. And today's video, I'm going to be talking about what is currently happening with Blizzard. And currently there's probably a strike happening right now, which possibly Young is covering during. Which, if he is covering it and he's basically put up a video, I'll more than likely put that down in the description below, because it may have more information that I haven't even discovered yet. So yeah, heck, I'm be putting up a bunch of freaking his videos on this description, because in order, because there's gonna be a number from 1 to basically where it's at currently, and more likely I don't know if he's finished it or not, but yeah, either way I gotta let you guys know what's happening with Activision Blizzard. You haven't heard of, basically there has been a lot of allegations that's been coming to light from Activision Blizzard, and if I remember, I think it's mostly Blizzard that's been happening, but it's also Activision, because Activision, of course, they're basically the bane of existence, because of the president basically doesn't know, keeps making more money and doesn't know jack shit about gaming. Sorry, this is about what's happening, and basically we have some harassment, and I'm not gonna say the full version, because of course YouTube channel doesn't like that, and I'm still a young YouTuber. I've been doing this for like 5 or 6 years now. I can't remember. I've been doing this since the Skyrim remaster thing. But either way, yeah. So there have been some allegations of bro culture, which basically everyone does whatever the freak they want. And I'm just let you know, I will be putting up the links, and this information comes from Young Ye. And just let you know, this is about me taking any credit. This is just about me helping spread the word of what's been happening around what's been going on, because literally this is basically a very serious situation that's been going on. And I mean, Activision Blizzard makes no freaking sense at all, considering how they're allowing this to happen. And this has been doing years. I mean, this has been going so many years that this has been like even before they were in the Activision Blizzard area. Oh man, sorry, I've been something's in my nose right now, so if you hear me sniffling, it's because of that. But whatever. Yeah, it is very serious, especially with the bro culture that's been fostered in here that nobody seems to give a f about. I mean, the higher ups don't give an f about it, and they literally have been letting this fester for so long that literally it's getting out of control. And I was waiting for a bit to see if there's any more information about it, and it's literally gone. Possibly scheduled for today. I can't remember. Like I said, oh no, I haven't been keeping it up as much as possible, but my God, it has literally been getting out of control here, and this strike needs to happen because of how basically it's getting out of control. Not only that, but there's also been the issues of WoW gaming as well. How basically Activision didn't give an F about helping with not even giving any resources here, but it was just hectic now how everything is getting out of control. And the thing I want to talk about is both these topics. So like I said, description down below is that how basically the bro culture has been getting out of control, where basically the guys were getting drunk on the job, barely doing anything, and then basically crawling in cubicles, harassing the female workers, and even groping some of them. Yes, there's been reports on that one as well. There's even one where one person actually gave up their life. Well, one female gave up their life during a worker. I forgot what was it called. It was a worker visit or something where all the workers got together, and one male employee brought some very naughty toys there, and unfortunately, hopefully I got this information wrong, but if it's true, then it's a lot, very sadly lost, where one of them basically gave up their life because she couldn't handle it anymore, and it's very sad, and this kind of thing has been going on. Not only that, how the higher ups don't give an F about the female workers out there are getting underpaid. They don't give an F, and not to mention that basically if any of the female workers basically get pregnant, yeah, I'm gonna say that because I'm allowed to say that. Basically, they are not basically allowed. They are more likely punished for that. You know, giving life. You know, because that's how females are to give life to in this world, new life to a new world, and yet they're getting punished for that because if they get start having another life inside of them, they basically get punished for it. I mean, no, they can't even ask for leave. They can't do anything. They be punished. I mean, I think some female workers got fired because they were trying to get some fairness here, and it's just getting, I don't know, but it's just getting out of control, and I am disappointed that this is in here. And unfortunately, this has been a prevalent issue inside the gaming territory, and just let you know, it's not just gaming, but there's also other companies that do the same thing. It's just getting out of control here. But Activision Blizzard has been the one that's been revealing the fact that, yeah, technically speaking, they're basically pieces of freaking S's right now. Considering how they're letting this happen and they don't care. The higher ups don't care. Not to mention the higher ups basically are friends with each other. So if somebody basically happens to be here, oh, well, they can get off because they know somebody else. It doesn't matter. Not to mention human resources, which basically human resources is just a BS. They're not basically, on the words of Alex from the Angry Joe crew, basically human resources are not there to help you. They're there to help the company. So help the company. They're not there to help you, which I think human resources should be a separate thing. I mean, I'm amazed how human resources have not been dubbed. I don't even know why the human resources even exist if they're not even there to help you. They're not. It's just a pain in the butt. The fact of the matter is that human resources are not there to help you. And human resources are friends with the higher ups, so if something happens, human resources will say, "Okay, we'll get over it. Just deal with it. It doesn't really matter." I mean, it's just hectic. It's just the fact of the matter that this is being allowed is, yeah. And I am all for it, for the fact that this kind of thing needs to be burned down to the ground because, and also Activision. Sorry for the echo because I'm moving back against my chair. And basically, I agree with Jim Quisition because on his thumbnail it said that this all needs to burn down because if this keeps up, I don't think Activision Blizzard deserves to even exist. And I'm sorry if people are saying, "Oh, well, you shouldn't say that." Well, here's the thing: if they keep allowing this, if there is no change, I'm sorry, but the fact of the matter that freaking this is going to let happen, I'm sorry, but this kind of thing needs to be burned down to the ground. The Activision Blizzard needs to stop. Either needs to do something or just it needs to do something to change things, or else this is not gonna. Or else they might just be done. Just stop making games because they don't deserve to exist if this keeps happening. And there's even some gaming companies saying, "Hey, dude, we have literally had this issue and we literally took them out. We fired these people. We either tell them that you either change your ways or you're fired." And there's other companies who literally have spoken and saying, "Dude, we have had the same issue and we have solved it by literally dealing with it and basically removing them from the company. And what are you guys doing?" I mean, and so many people are basically speaking out, and even the employees are speaking out. So many employees are speaking out from Activision that is actually getting a significant amount of the Activision Blizzard's workforce, because you know how Activision does. They lay off people because even though they have so much money, they lay off people because they don't want to freaking sacrifice that freaking nest egg. And now basically it's starting to work. I think people, and also their margins are also falling apart, so they're starting to lose money, which I'm glad for, because these companies don't listen to words. They don't give a F about words. They don't give a shit about S about speaking petitions or anything, or strikes or anything, which unless it's a significant number of employees that do that, they don't care about anything until you start affecting their margins. That's when they start freaking acting like, okay, we need to do something. They won't give an F about. They will give you a boilerplate response, say, "Oh, we're sorry, we're gonna do something," but it's not, because it doesn't really matter about. The only thing that matters is their margin. Attack their money makers, attack their money, and they're gonna do something. I know, yeah, and that's the only way. It's unfortunate that that's the only way. I mean, because no matter what, the people are still gonna be playing games. I mean, I'm still amazed how people are still basically playing the games. So thankfully now people are starting to wake up and start, you know, we need to cancel our subscription. We can't keep playing this kind of thing. We can't support this. I mean, people need to stop playing their games, because no matter what, it doesn't matter if you do a strike, if you're still basically still playing their games, they don't give an F about whether a strike happens. As long as they keep making money, it doesn't matter. So I advise anyone who is still playing their games to stop your subscription, stop playing games, stop playing any of their games, and play something else for the time being. Because don't worry, doesn't matter how it does. Because don't worry, it does not take that long. Trust me. People say, "Oh, it's gonna take a bit. I don't want to freaking leave this game and do it." Don't worry. If your people are worried, it doesn't take. Just give it a week, and they're gonna do something about it, because they know that if they lose the people, they're not gonna make any money. Trust me. But like I said, this kind of culture is getting out of control, and hopefully, Activision Blizzard will be the first of many. Hopefully, Activision is the first one we know that is the only one that does this, that is gonna get their freaking butts burned over the fire, because literally the way they're allowing this, and what's even worse is that this was happening in Blizzard even before. I mean, even the head that was over there back then, even the head, Mike Horheim, I don't know what the name is, but please let me know down in the comments, basically said that, oh, well, was basically acting like an a-hole to a freaking female questioner, a person who was questioning, hey, can I get some outfits that were not like, you know, skimpy outfits? And this freaking guy just was just freaking just smirking. He's like, we're saying, I wasn't even paying attention because I was pissed, but he was saying something that was freaking doesn't even care, which basically how much. And even the former Blizzard saying that I wish I could have done more and I apologize, which just lets you know that you were letting this happen still. So, well, I'm happy that you made the apology and actually got the balls to say that you're sorry about what happens, but you let this happen even after you were still letting this happen. It doesn't matter what you did and what your apologies were, you still let this happen. I'm sorry, but you let this happen and you let this foster, and you could have done so much more, but you legitimately let this happen. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm glad for the apology, but you should have done more. You should have done something, but either way, it's just getting legitimately out of control here. And I don't know, and I think Activision was also, I don't know if Activision was involved here, but Blizzard is getting out of control here. That needs to stop, because after hearing all this, it is disappointing how Blizzard, a game company which I played Diablo, and that was my first Blizzard game ever, and to find out they're acting like this, it is disgusting to me. And I wish that I never touched any of their games, and just thinking about, like, I want to go back to playing Diablo, but the way that they're doing this, it's just making me sad, because if I play that game again, it's just gonna make me sad, the fact that this game is now tainted on the fact that the people who are working there are being, the female workers are getting harassed, and the fact that the Activision higher-ups are not doing jack. I mean, the Activision Blizzard higher-ups are not doing jack ass about this. Not to mention, we have some higher-up female workers saying, oh, well, I speak for all the women, and saying, I have been here for 4 months and nothing bad happened to me. Dude, you've been here for 4 months. It doesn't, dude, just because you're there for 4 months doesn't mean jack. I mean, these people, women, female workers, have been working here for freaking years now, and they have been feeling this. So don't think that you speak for all the female workers. I mean, not to mention, some of them kept saying the company in their responses. They say, oh, the company is not like this. The company, dude, we can tell through your lies. These responses are jack. I've seen the responses. They're jack ass. They make no freaking sense. I'm not joking. The responses are jack. And not to mention, the first response was from another higher up saying that, oh, the people that are investing as the California investigators, you know, the ones who basically, the ones who are basically the state of California, is saying that, like I said, I don't know if that's the state of California, so let me know in the comments. down below. I may get the information wrong, so don't take it from me. Take it from the description of Young Ed's video. Like I said, from 1 to 5, from 1 to whatever. And say that they've been investigating for 2 years. And what is going on here? What has this been happening? There's been no change here. Not to mention the person responded that they're lying. They're twisting the words. You do realize this is the state of California. Like I said, don't know. So if it's investigating you and you're telling the very state that you are based in, saying that, oh well, they're wrong. We've changed so much. Do after it's been 2 years. And they've investigated for 2 years! And you're telling me they're wrong! No. That's not how this works. That is not how this works. And now that you're being sued by them because you have no idea how to change how you work. And I'm disappointed in you. Jesus. I mean, seriously. How hard is it to freaking just admit that, oh yes, this is happening? Yes, I mean, even the guy who basically apologized, which basically was still letting it happen, even apologized, yes, this has been happening this entire time. I apologize, dude, don't just give me that. Dude, I appreciate the apology. The one who basically, the former boss said, yeah, I apologize for not doing as much for the film works. Look, we appreciate the apology, but you should have done more. You still let this happen. And the higher-ups are still letting this happen. Because they have the power to do whatever the freak they want. Because, oh, well, you can't do this. Oh, you're doing this? Okay, well, then you're getting suspended pay. You're getting fired indefinitely. Whatever. It's literally a pain in the ass. I mean, these higher-ups have all the power. And, unfortunately, the female workers don't have that much power. I mean, the female workers do so much work. Yeah, so much work that all the work is delegated to them. I'm not joking. Because some of the freaking the frat boy culture over there, basically, some of them are drunk, some of them don't give an F, some of them are playing video games, some of them don't give an S about everything. I mean, some of them do things to harassment, and this is just getting out of control. Some of them, and even one point, and one of the youngest they say, oh, well, some of them were talking about some rape in front of the workers. I mean, what in God's name is happening over there? What is happening? What is going on? Why is this happening? Why are you guys higher-ups letting this get this back? I am absurdly upset. I'm pissed that this is happening. Activision Blizzard, you are letting this happen. I don't know. The Activision higher-ups are just letting this happen because they say, oh, well, it doesn't matter as long as you get this done. Who cares? I mean, you're just letting this happen, which is basically make you bad. Which basically you guys are still freaking idiots over there. Blizzard, you're letting this happen since for years. I mean, you're freaking hypocritical, and basically every voice matters. No, every voice matters. No, every voice matters. So stop counting that every voice matters, because we know what happened with the Blitz Chung situation, which I reported out years back ago. A few years back ago, which you guys are seriously thinking are still up the ass, are still kissing butt to. Because if we doesn't follow our guidelines, because you kiss butt with freaking China here again. I know I'm bringing that up, but doesn't bring that up, but it's still a serious issue that Blizzard does not give an F. It doesn't cooperate with this, but it does. It's a serious issue that basically it doesn't get an F. Every voice matters. No, stick that up your butts, because literally every voice does not matter, because you don't care. You stop caring. It does not matter. I mean, for one, is that ever since you joined Blizzard, Activision, you basically changed. And then and even before that, Blizzard, you didn't give an F about your employees. And then at this point, I advise any Blizzard employee, or in other words, every Blizzard female employee. I mean, there's even male employees who are saying that, oh, this is freaking serious. I may say that the male employees don't give an F about that, but there are some male employees who are saying, dude, this is getting out of hand. Why are you guys letting this? They are not. Some of the freaking male employees are actually supporting the female workers because they're on their side. Because, dude, why is this happening? Why are you guys doing this? I mean, seriously, some of the male workers are literally fighting, are helping the female workers because they know that this is idiotic, that how this is happening. And in this video, I'd like to say is that I literally advise any Blizzard worker to just quit and find another job. I mean, even I just quit and find another job, please. Any other job would be better than this. Any other job, because at this rate, speaking, Blizzard has no idea. Activision Blizzard has no idea what they're doing. They don't know. They're not fair for their workers, and their bases have their heads so far off the butts that they have no idea what's happening. I mean, seriously, frat boy culture in this place is out of control. The field workers have no equal rights here. I mean, the fact that human resources doesn't matter, actually human resources doesn't even freaking matter. They're there just to help the company, which I think there should be a separate human resource, like some human resources, like delegated on its own. Like there should be human resources that should be having their own territory, like that occupies any worker thing, but they're human resources on their own territory, so that way they're not connected to the company at all. They're on their own, so that way they can help whoever needs, like different companies, like gaming and workers and any kind of human resource that's not connected to the company would be better. That would actually help a lot. They keep these companies from doing this jack stuff, because sure as heck the human resources when they're involved, when they're basically the company's problem, they're made from the company, it doesn't matter. They're friends with the higher ups. They can do whatever they freaking want. They will blame the freaking female worker. The female worker can go over and say, "This has been happening to me," but the human is okay. We'll deal with it. It's such an idiotic thing, and I absolutely hate it. I hate it now. I hate Activision Blizzard. I hate them to the very core. I hate both Activision and Blizzard. Activision is still responsible because they're still allowing this. Blizzard is responsible because they've been doing it for years before they even joined Activision. I mean, it should all be burned down. If they keep doing this and they're not willing to change, they need to burn. They need to stop existing. I am sorry, but a company that allows this to happen does not deserve to exist. The games, I don't care if we lose those games. I don't care any project. I do not care. If a company is allowed to keep doing this, it does not deserve to exist. It needs to freaking it has either two choices. Either it changes its ways or it ceases to exist. I am sorry if your people want to come after me because of that. So be it. I do not care, but this is my stance. Either change your ways, Activision Blizzard, or you basically stop existing. And also for the employees over there who are not alright with this, please quit that job. Please, I don't care. Just quit your jobs, because that place is a heck hole, and I don't want to basically hear about you guys basically having to suffer under the wrath of Activision Blizzard, who basically are just allowing this culture to foster, and just to let this out of control. I mean, seriously, if you leave and go to another gaming company, they will treat you even more better. I mean, go to every other company that basically better. Now, just to let you know, it doesn't mean you just let you know. Just like I said, it's getting out of control now. I mean, you need to go to another gaming company that literally will actually respect you and actually knows how to deal with you guys. It knows how to use you to the best of your abilities. I know using is a very strong term, but that's the only thing I can think of. You need, I'm not joking, just quit, because at this point it does, because if the Activision Blizzard does not care about you guys. And like I said, if the strike has already been covered, I will feature that in the description down below. But if it hasn't, I'll probably do a follow-up video to let you know what happened during the strike, right? But either way, it is an idiotic thing, and Activision Blizzard, you have two choices here: either change your ways or cease to exist. I am sorry. There are people saying, "Oh no, they just need to change the way. I don't want this place to go by." I'm sorry. Yes, I know you don't want this place to go by, but I'm sorry. This is the way I feel about it. And if they keep acting like this, they need to cease to exist. If they don't want to change, they need to cease to exist. I do not care. Change is good. But if change does not happen and they refuse to change, that's the thing that I say that it's time for them to stop. I know Activision have been a company that have been giving us our Call of Duty games and also other games, which at this point, the games, yeah. But at this point, if they don't change their ways, heck, Activision needs to step in and do something. But they're letting this happen. Blizzard has been doing this for years, and it's getting out of control. Like I said, cease to exist, or change your ways. And Activision, that's now part of Blizzard, was the one that bought out Blizzard. You need to do something before this makes you even worse, which we already know it's already worse off for you guys anyway, but it will make it even worse if this is allowed to continue. Alright? Do something! Or, like I said, cease to exist. Or, in other words, cut your losses and cut off Blizzard. Just get Blizzard off your payroll. Just cut them off. I mean, seriously. You have to, there's actually 3 choices. Blizzard needs to stop. Like I said, this needs to stop or cease to exist. Activision, cut them off or do something. You have so many choices here, but I know I said 3, but there's so many other choices. Or just cease to exist, because I've had enough of this. I have had enough of all these companies just existing and nobody's saying that, you know, you need to change your ways or just cease to exist. I'm sorry. I know you love the company, guys, but me, as long as this company acts like this, I will always say that it either changes or ceases to exist. I have had enough. I cannot take this anymore. I've seen too many of these companies literally just do what they freaking want because they know that nobody's going to stand up to them. But I've had enough, and I'm saying this now, that if Activision Blizzard does not change their ways and fix their freaking problem of what's happening to the female workers, this frat boy culture, then they need to cease to exist. I'm sorry, but at this point, we've given them too many chances, but they're not going to let this slide. They're hoping that we forget, but we cannot forget about this. We cannot let them forget about this. We need to make sure this thing remains basically everywhere. They're hoping that this dies down, but we need to make sure this doesn't die down. If we let this die down, they will win and they'll keep acting like this. We can't let this die down. And now moving on to the next news, and that's all I have about the rant there. But let's move on to the fact that how basically this story doesn't involve this. That how basically Activision Blizzard does not care about games as well. And this is going to be a small exhibit because, like I said, this is mostly about what's happening with Activision Blizzard, about the harassment, what that's happening. But at this point, I want to talk about the WoW situation, about WoW, and I think Classic, or Reforged, whatever it's called. How that catastrophic thing was happening. How they promised so much, but then they lied about it. And the reason why is because they were only giving a paltry sum. There was no backing here. They only gave it, okay, here you go, here's something, just make something out of it, and that's be done. They announced this, and they announced the pre-orders, and this kind of thing is an idiotic thing because there was no backing to this. The game's here. The game's here was so lack of help and basically pulled you something that they weren't able to get this game. I mean, each level in that game was basically made to, okay, well, we need to do this. We're trying to build up, and they took a month to remaster one level, so they decided to just, we need to just send it out, just send out something, and that's basically what they did. They just sent this out half-baked because they weren't able to build this, because there was no backing to this. I don't know which one it was, if Activision Blizzard, either one, some higher up said, okay, just make this game, here you go, we're going to announce it, but you're just going to get a paltry sum, just make this game and just send it out so we can make money off it. Because it's an old game and it's not going to make them money, they said. Because it's an old game, it's not going to make us that much money, so just make this game and just send it out. Which is such a half-baked mentality that they basically don't care. I mean, they don't care about gaming. They stop caring. They don't even care about making money. That's all they care about. So they decided, I'm just going to give you a paltry sum and just make this game and just send it out. Doesn't matter if it's finished or not, just send it out. Just freaking make it and make it as much as possible and just freaking send it out. Which, yeah, if you remember how we were promised a lot of things, how basically 3D, I think, some basic videos, actual video things, and then we were promised so much and then they got sent out and then it was nothing. It was basically nothing. This kind of thing was sent out half-baked because because Activision Blizzard decided, I don't know who the higher ups was, but they decided to send them out and say, you know what, we're gonna, like I said, I know I'm reading it, but they just didn't care. They just announced it because the fans were selling it, and we're just gonna make a little bit of money off it, but we don't care what you get out of it. Just send it out. Just send it out. Just make it and just send it out. All the features that were promised were not there, and this game was literally so much. And this, I know it doesn't corroborate with how the work environment with Blizzard is, but it's still a serious issue. How basically even how gaming is getting affected there, that it does not matter anymore. They don't care anymore. I don't know. Activision Blizzard, one of these two, I think it was Activision, of course, just didn't care about this game because it wasn't going to make them any money. Which is a nostalgia game. You should be, still be making money. It's just that you're not going to make enough. You just make this game. Why didn't you need to just give them funny, and I swear to you, you will get money back. Even though you're not going to make that much, you're still going to get the people's loyalty on your side. But I guess they didn't care about shit. They didn't care. We only care about money. We don't care about what the fans want. We only care about how we're going to make money off it. And since they're not going to be able to get money off of this, they just sent it out. They just sent it out the door. They didn't care. Which is a very sad mentality to have. They just had the mentality, oh, it's just, dude, this game is not even going to make us money, and they just didn't care. And like I said, this information is coming from Young, so yeah, that's all I have for that one. Like I said, it was a small segment because most of it was going to be about what's the harassment's happening over there. But this is only about the gaming, about what's happening with, what was it called? What's happening with Blizzard and how Activision doesn't care about the game at all. This is only a small segment because that's basically what they did. That's basically the entire video. I can summarize Young's video with this. Activision doesn't give an ass, and they just basically gave them Polish some just to freaking make the game. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna have all Young's video down below. If he's already covered the one with the riot, I will put that in the description down below so you guys can look it up yourself. And I may do, like I said, I may. That doesn't mean I might. Doesn't mean I will. I may do a follow-up video for this. But like I said, that doesn't mean I will. It doesn't mean I may. I might. All right. So if I don't do it, it's because so much information has already been covered on that. All right. Well, that's about it. I hope. One more time. I hope you did enjoy this video because I don't want you to be. I hope you did enjoy this video because I don't know what to say. Well, I hope you at least are focused on the video long enough to see this and hopefully you spread the word because this kind of thing is just idiotic and this needs to change. Alright, so for right now, my dark means, oh yeah, like the video if you like the video, because I don't know, just press the like button so this gets more traction. Comment down below to see what your thoughts about this. Share the video because this needs to be shared. Subscribe to join my dark army. And press the black bell so you'll be notified whenever my videos come up. Or just come to my channel maybe once or twice, or once in a while. Once or twice a week. To see if I update or not. Yeah, so, yeah, I got nothing. I'm sad. I'm pissed. And I hope you guys are too. But still, be calm. Go off. Don't just start yelling at anyone. Don't start yelling at anyone. Stay calm and just let them know that how wrong this was. How wrong Activision Blizzard have stopped caring about gaming and how they don't care about their employees. But right now, my dark means dismissed.